Come at the king, you best not miss.
People always ask me, bro, why you be sweating like that? I don't know. Nonetheless, shout out to all of my day ones and stay ones in the building. Jeez, this is ridiculous. But however, we do have an amazing show, so I mean, easy trade, right? Those of you who have not shared the show, you need to do so. We are going to start making sure that we do a lot more sharing than what we've been doing, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, the sharing has been at a very minimal level. Give me a second. I don't like this, all of this sweating stuff. I do not like it. Maybe it's because I'm so fly. Now, if I was fly, I'd probably be cool. But listen, those of you who have not shared the show, share the show. The topic of today's show, an epidemic. God fucking. Give me a second, people. I got delay, technical difficulties taking place. Let me set this up and we're good. Idiot. I apologize, people. If it ain't one thing, it's another. So listen, the topic of today's show, people, we are discussing the epidemic that is sweeping the nation in America and spreading, affecting women. No, the title wasn't clickbait. Jeez. But I am going to start you off with something that's going to lead up to the core of our show. So, let's go.
What women should do is marry before they have a child, because this is what
I actually just ended a relationship like about a month ago. I dated him for about 6 months. And
how old is your child?
She's 1.
God damn. Now, what's wrong with getting a man who's just average middle class, driving for UPS, working for the Hormel plant or something, making $40,000-$50,000 a year in Texas?
So for me, it's a lot. That's why I brought up the last relationship that I had, that I ended a month ago.
What's wrong with it, ma'am? I got other people to get to. Please, would you deal with that or not?
I can't deal with the mentality.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
So instead, I should settle first.
No, ma'am. No, first off, see. Let me take that word out of your vocabulary. Settle. Someone is settling for you. Someone raising another man's child is settling for you. See, that is one thing you women got really twisted. Take that out of your vocabulary. You have a child by another man. You are no prize. I'm sorry, man, but that's just the way it is for all women. A man coming to take care of another man's offspring is settling. That's a beta male move. I've done it. You baby mamas got it really twisted. I understand you can love your child and your child is special, but all it is to another man is a damn bill.
For those of you who don't know, topic of today's show, epidemic affecting all U.S. women, spreading rapidly. Guess what the epidemic that we're talking about that's actually affecting your guys' life like COVID? You guys are overvaluing yourselves. All of you do it, and it's keeping you perpetually single. It's keeping you perpetually single. A lot of you don't even know that that's the very thing right there that's hindering you. It's the very thing. If you think this isn't an epidemic, what do you call something that affects people in significant, grand ways for 10, 15, and 30 years? You guys are chronically single for 10, 15, and 30 years. Look at all that it's doing to you. You're paying your bills alone.
Actually, just
What women should do is marry before they have a child, because this is what happens. You are too old, too many miles to be demanding high prices. What women in your position should do is be fortunate to lower your expectations down.
Listen, we don't understand how you guys are doing this. You guys are hurting yourselves significantly. Okay, so let's do it like this. Imagine this. Imagine Stacey Prince came into your life. Hey, people, we got to get those likes up. We don't have a quarter of the likes as we do views. Let's get those likes up on YouTube. Let's get those likes up, YouTube and Facebook. Let's get those likes up. We have 11 likes. You know we're not rocking out like that. Let's get those likes up. Hit that thumbs up button, people. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. We got our TikTok crew rocking out with us. Do this. Then do that. Come on now. And we're ready. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, my people don't play. Shout out to all of my people who supported the show. You know what it is. But let's get to it. Let's get to it.
To your level. You can't get higher than your level. You're lucky if you find a guy who's willing to marry you and be a stepfather to a child, period. Because being a stepfather, which I have been one.
You guys don't understand how we feel about that. We lose points. And what we're talking about today is you guys talking about settling. You guys talking about, you don't date certain men. This is what I was going to say. I want everybody to imagine this. If you want to truly gauge how much damage women have done on an epidemic level to themselves, imagine this. And this goes for any of you. Imagine 15 years ago, you had a significant other whom every month was paying half of the bills, you guys were going half on everything for 15 years. Do you know how much money you would have put up if you didn't have to go that 15 years paying all of your own bills? You are being set back significantly. This is an epidemic because it won't stop. You guys keep doing it. You keep letting your emotions run you into the ground. And it's going to affect you. I don't care what you say. It's going to affect you in ways that you will not be able to rebound from. It's going to affect you in ways that you won't be able to rebound from. Let's go.
Is a thankless job, much less to a stepfather to a guy by your own admission is not the caliber of a man you even wanted to marry. This is why women should marry your child's father and don't make babies with a man you're not going to be with for the rest of your life. Really, that's the answer. Because anything after this is trying to make the best of a bad situation. And I know it's not popular. And I know people don't like the way it sounds. But the older you get, the more women tend to want. You tend to want men who are earning more, doing more, to be able to provide more because your standards are higher because of lived experience. But your value is lower. You cannot get more in the main. Yes, there are women out there who can do it. But in the main, The majority of women cannot. Would you marry a man who's making $45,000 a year?
I mean, close to it, sure. If he had ambition.
There's always an add-on when
One thing that he doesn't like, and I don't like it either, they say is, yes, I'd marry a man who makes $45,000 a year, as long as he's ambitious and he has some plan. No, that's where he's stuck at. That's what his life is. He's the manager at In-N-Out Burger, and that's it. That's it.
ask these questions. I said making $45,000 a year. He's happy making $45,000 a year.
No, I couldn't be satisfied with that type of complacency.
Then you screwed yourself.
Some of you may say, Stacey Prince had that title was clickbait. He's talking about an epidemic. I thought he was talking about a disease. I would like to wager there are a lot of diseases that don't really compare to the damage that overvaluing yourselves is doing to you guys. You guys are single for decades. And it's because you think you're more than what you really are. I want to show you. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me at all.
I'm supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
A 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your
my
looks?
natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, a dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. I believe you're 157, 160. You're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children,
I want you guys to know, this woman that you see right now, she's on this man's show trying to get information on how she can get her a high value man. Not making fun of her. Look at this woman. This is what we're saying. You guys are hurt. You guys are affected at high levels. You're running around thinking that you're more than what you are. There's nothing wrong with being the truth of your dating value. But you guys aren't doing that. You guys are putting on wigs, putting on makeup, hyping yourselves up to think just because Stacey Prince came by and let you juggle the genitalia, right? Just because him, this handsome guy, nice car, doing well for himself, he came over and he busts you down twice a month. That has nothing to do with your natural, true dating value as the human that you are. You guys are running around lying to yourselves for decades. You're lying to yourselves for decades. Titty ball. You guys would rather lie to yourselves and force yourselves to believe that you deserve more than what you really deserve on the dating market. And you'd rather tell that lie to yourself for decades than to accept that you really do qualify for Carl, who drives the school bus. This is epidemic level, people. It's epidemic level. It's going on for years and decades. And it's not stopping. You guys are destroying yourselves. You're destroying yourselves.
overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average. Average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should
Baby,
get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man,
I can't
I'm
get-
just
I
saying.
can't get
Okay,
this.
I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an?
I'm going to go ahead and do this because my Instagram been rocking with me for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to show you. A lot of you guys have seen this clip, man. It's just, and that's why this show is so important. I don't mean today's show. I mean this show as a whole, because you guys are doing things that are detrimental to you that you don't even know that you're doing. And not only that, you won't stop doing it. You won't stop doing it. This woman right here wants a millionaire. This woman with 2 kids wants a millionaire, people. You still think the title of this show is clickbait? This is an epidemic, people. There's something wrong with you. It's almost like you can't see. Let me take this back a little bit.
Average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should
Baby,
get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
This woman said, I see millionaires with average women all of the time. You had better know those average women are, and you don't see it all the time, but the times you do see it, those average women are making up for it and compensating significantly for it in the areas where they fall short. Yes, babe. I'll bring it to you right now. You said you're on the corner of what? I'll bring it right now. No mouth. Hey, hey, listen, I don't like the way you dress. Okay, babe, I'll take it off. You guys don't even think you have to compensate. You don't even think that you have to compensate when you have flaws. What the hell do you think you should have to compensate when you have 2 children? Men don't like women with children. We'll deal with this sometimes because men need to be in companionships with women. Oh my gosh, man, I hate TikTok, you funky bitch. I really said that? Lord Jehovah, please forgive me. I didn't even do anything wrong.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest.
I want you guys to know that this woman believes she deserves a high value man, which we know he's going to likely have significant and above average income. See, this is what I'm telling you. This is a sickness. If you guys, this has to be classified as a sickness. It's like you guys don't have eyes. You don't know what you look like. You don't know what you really qualify for. And it's causing you to turn down the men that you really qualify for so that you can continue your search for the man that you don't qualify for. And then when you do connect with him, he's going to treat you like somebody that you don't qualify for. That's why you guys have all of these bad stories and these bad things to say about men. Because you're walking past and ignoring the men who are right there at your exact equal dating value. You're playing him like he's some type of sucker, but pursuing the man who is 3 realms outside of your league in dating value. So when you start dealing with him and then you start noticing that whenever he's over your house and he busts you down, he doesn't stay around. Soon as he busts his wad off, he doesn't kiss you on the cheek. He doesn't grab your hand and hold your hand. He doesn't ask you, can you guys watch a movie together? As soon as that man busts his wad off, the first thing that he hits you with is the infamous belt buckle jingle. For those of you who don't know what the infamous belt buckle jingle is, that is when a man is on top of a woman. The moment that he releases, because he has already detected that she is a low-value woman, he doesn't roll over and decide to kiss her on the cheek and say, let's chill and just order out. He doesn't take her out in public. The moment that man releases, the first thing that you hear is that man reaching for his pants, signaling his exit. But when you get treated like that, you act like you're being done wrong. No, that is the repercussion of dealing with a man that you don't qualify for. You think a man who knows that his value is 3 times the value of dealing with you is going to be loyal and faithful to you or even be in a relationship with you? No, he has 10 women who all of them are 3 times better of a companion as you. But guess what you do have? You have a vajayjay. So yes, I'll poke that thing. I'll poke that thing.
Let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
Ain't
that
nothing
makes...
wrong with it. Wait.
No,
Ain't
you
nothing-
said so I should just
ain't
settle.
nothing
No, you said that.
wrong.
Listen. You said so I should just settle.
TikTok, I'm going to start this show over because we've been hit with a strike early on, so people aren't going to be able to come in. I'm bringing it right back up.
Women are.
Let's go.
On average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. I mean, he could. I mean,
This woman right here said if she dated an average guy, she would be settling.
nothing
Why
wrong with an average.
why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
You ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not finding enough for money.
No. You're
Average
6.
women
You're 5.
date
You said
billionaires.
you're 6.
You guys don't know who you are. That's what we should have named today's show. You guys don't know who you are. That has to go. You guys are walking around embodying other women and embodying other women's dating results. That's why you guys can never get your dating luck to stick for a significant amount of time. Like you can get a nice, handsome guy who has his life together to let you give him some top or something like that, but they don't stay around. You need something that's going to stay around. You guys haven't been in real relationships in years and decades. The people who you are closest to, they'd be shocked, utterly shocked if you announced that you're engaged. Because they know that you don't even have any prospects lined up.
Ma'am, you said you're 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant.
She doesn't believe that.
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay, ma'am.
I have my own business. Though.
Congratulations. Don't care. Ma'am, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you, 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you?
Look, I didn't say
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would be.
So I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well, no. But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
I told you guys these people make up. Listen, and I'm going. Listen, I always have to, speak on this. I've seen it so many times. I was watching. This has happened about 15 times. I was watching one of the late great Kevin Samuels clips today to get this show together, and I saw him verbatim. Well, he probably said it before me because he is out before I was, right? But I saw him use one of my concepts word for word verbatim. I saw him. You guys know how I often ask women, would you, if they're stubborn and they won't admit something, I ask them, if you had a son that you had done everything for, would you encourage that son to date a woman who has 3? I saw him do that today, and it was crazy to me because I know I've never copied anything off of the late great Kevin Samuels, but there's been about 15 times where something that I say regularly, I'll go back or I'll see something come across my screen and it will be almost word for word. And it only means that our understand, it's not even just me and the late great Kevin Samuels. There are millions of men who share the same concepts that we speak about on this show, right? They just don't have platforms. That's all. We've been talking about it in the barbershops for years, right? Let's go.
And I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single, because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide, but that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need except somebody to share life with.
Okay, so I want to touch on that really quick.
And the man who can.
This is what I'm telling you guys. That's why I called today's show the epidemic that's affecting American women is spreading. The whole time you guys keep this charade up, like I'm not going to date Kenny who drives the bus or so-and-so who works at Carl's. You're single. You think Carl is beneath you and he's low value? You think the bus driver is beneath you and low value? But how valuable would it be to come home to that very same person and have somebody to talk to? Have somebody to just be goofy with? Have somebody to just go over there and start playing too much with until you say, stop playing, babe. How valuable would it be for you to walk in the house and Carl is already done with dinner. He's just pouring your drink now. You see how the value proportions significantly don't land in your favor? You guys do things that cause you to lose value. You guys are talking about Carl's not on your level. You've been single for years.
Meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards?
Listen, shout out to my people over here. Dante over here supporting the show, rocking out with us. I appreciate the love, my brother. I appreciate it. Shout out to my girl, Messi, over here, rocking out with us. That's my girl. Hey, listen, I need you guys to check her channel out, too. I'm pretty sure there's probably a decent possibility you guys are going to see us collaborate and have her come on the show. I want to show you guys some of the things that I see in her. I really, really value that she's very impartial. You guys know how I feel about impartial people. Like, you can listen to impartial people, right? Somebody who would tell you when, oh, well, you might not have been on par right there, right? These are the people that I don't mind listening to, because the issues that we have in America today, it's the women who won't admit when they're wrong. Somebody who's impartial, you can listen to them talk. And you can even attach value to the things that they say. So guys, go over there and support my girl, Messi Mashan. You see her down there in the comments, click her thing. Somebody drop Messi. If you're down there, drop your link so my people can click and subscribe. Shout out to my brother Lee over here, supporting the show. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Let me see. I don't want to ignore any super chats, cash apps, so I want to see if I missed any. Give me a second. I'm not going to lie, people. I am pretty excited about next week. Like, we're going to go back to our regular scheduled everyday show, people. Pretty excited about it. We had to stop the everyday show in order to carve out enough time to clip up all of the long form shows that we did that you guys love, and make sure you don't have to watch a 3-hour show, but instead you can watch a 4-minute clip or 8 to 15-minute clip of the best aspects of the show. So yeah, we're definitely on our way back to our regularly scheduled program. You heard what my brother said. Turbulence, people. Right? He asked for it. Let's go.
Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your high standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have, Kevin, they don't have to settle for me.
Okay, and then if they don't settle, you'll be all over on social media crying. That's what's going on, ladies. You guys are overvaluing yourselves. And listen, you guys are produce, and you're sitting up in grocery markets, and you have a sticker tag on you. Everyone is walking past you for months. What does that tell you? Means your price too high, most likely. Most likely means that your price too high. Let's go.
But
listen, and here's the crazy part about pricing yourself too high. It's okay. It's all right. That's done typically in other fields. But they go back and they reevaluate the market price of the thing that they're trying to sell, and they'll drop the price. You have to drop your price too. Some of you are only worthy for the guy who is missing 2 teeth up top. The reason we know is you haven't gotten better.
but you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that
Mhm.
high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
And you go off women.
No.
value.
If you want to know, no. High value men.
A man not having money does not mean his value is low. It means it's lower. Okay, let me say this. His value is lower than what it's supposed to be, but a man, just due to his biology and his physical physique, is very, very valuable in almost every field that keeps us going in America, in the world. Long as a man is competent, the everyday spectrum in this situation rocking out with us. I appreciate the love, everybody. I appreciate the love. As long as a man can still pick things up, as long as a man can still drive himself to do superhuman things, we will always be valuable. We will always be valuable. We will always have work. Even AI won't be able to eradicate the job. African-American women just lost 600,000 jobs. AI will not be able to affect the core elements that men have typically stepped in that are essential to the thriving of a nation. We're going to always be needed to. There is no AI that's going to get up and climb that light pole. There is no AI that's going to dig that tunnel. It's not. Men are valuable when they're broke. Some of them don't know it, and I wouldn't encourage people to not care about their finances because it makes you a more valuable man.
That's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men.
Mm-hmm.
And high value men get high value women. Women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
Now watch this.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am. No, yes. Would you say that you're a woman that's...
She doesn't even know why she's not a woman who's in demand. If you were in demand, you wouldn't be able to beat men off of you. That's what in demand is. People prefer not to live without that product, or people prefer not to live without you. That's what in demand is. You are in demand. People don't believe that they want to go extensive amounts of time without having access to you, without having access to that resource. That is the definition of in demand. In demands means you kind of must be acquired by a multitude of people believe that it is essential that they connect with you every so often. That is in demand.
In high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be. I mean,
You could be.
This woman believes she could be in high demand. YouTube, let's get those thumbs up, people. We tripping over here. Let's hit that thumbs up button, people. Listen, and I keep telling you guys, if you want to join the YouTube channel, it's $2.99 a month, $2.99 a month. You will have access to close to 800 3 to 5 hour long of our best interviews and shows. A lot of you guys see these clips and you love the clips. Those clips come from our full-length shows, right? It's $2.99 to be a member of our YouTube channel, and you will have access to close to 800 to 1,000 full-length shows that you've never seen. Those of you who have not hit the notification bell and pushed it to all, when we go live, you won't get a notification. To the hottest show online.
So okay, so man, listen. Don't
Can I tell you about myself?
Hold on. Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children.
Listen, this woman is 37 years old and looks every bit of in her 50s somewhere. I don't know, like that's crazy that this woman is 37.
Where in the
This woman has that grandmom look.
world do women who are average to above average look, average to cute, who are a
Macadam.
little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
Now watch this.
Kevin, I'm working on myself. So if
No,
I was
ma'am,
to
I asked a
lose-
very specific question. It's not, no, because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there. Can I?
And
So
see,
you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds and
80
I take
years
care,
ago, 80 years ago with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
you said 80
80 years ago. 80
Was she-
years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men? 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am. Just want you
There's a limited amount of men who are 6 foot anything, who have their finances together, who are assertive and handsome to go around. Therefore, they will be only reserved for the top women. It's not even close.
guys to understand, especially in the black community. You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair. But listen,
I'm
The
listening.
but the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man.
Yeah, I gotta get messy. I gotta get on a panel with Messy. We're gonna have to do a show, Messy. Certain women we can listen to and look forward to get, because we don't know everything. We don't think we know everything. We really gotta find out. And I believe Messy, would probably be a person who could share some light. We have no clue how you guys can be average or below average looking and run around calling yourselves 8s. Listen, it wouldn't be so bad if you were only running around calling yourselves 8, but you guys are trying to embody it. You guys are rejecting men who you think are squares because you think you're an 8 and you deserve him, but you've never gotten him. Look at your baby dad. That's who you can get. And the second one, that's who you can get because it's who you got. Those of you who have more than one child, look at the fathers of your children. That is close to as high as you can go. And listen, I don't care. You want to, let's go. Turbulence, people. the overwhelming majority of you cannot even go that high anymore. Because when the father of your children got with you, you didn't have the kids that he gave you. So you were still as valuable in the dating market as a woman who has no children. And we know she's valuable, right? So now that your kids are older or whatever, any other man wanting to come in and deal with you, he's dealing with a single mom now. Your value has dropped. So, and listen, you've gotten older. You can't even get the caliber of man that your father, the father of your children, was anymore. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse for you guys. You're not listening to people like the late, great Kevin Samuels. You're not really digging off into the contents of this show. You guys are on a hamster wheel that is made out of razor blades and doused in gasoline and set on fire. The things that have set you guys back in life dating-wise, you didn't stop doing them. You're still doing them. For decades. Look what it has done to you. Do you know how difficult it should be for a woman to go years without being selected? Listen, hell, let's go. Turbulence, people. And for those of you who don't know, we do know where single by choice came from. We do know where happily single came from. We know that you were forced to say that because of the stain and the scar that is associated with having to say, I wasn't able to get married. Because let's be honest, that's what this thing really is. That's what this thing really is. We know the honor that is associated with a man saying, I want to pledge my life to you. I see so much value in you that if there was a choice, this man firing this pop off, if there was a choice, I would step in front of that for you. Anybody, name me anything that is a higher honor than a man being willing to give his life for you. Somebody name something. I'm going to wait. Name me anything that is more valuable and honorable than a man pledging to be willing to give his life up for you. Because the moment a man locks you down and agrees to be in a serious relationship with you, that's what he's doing. A man won't even get in a long-term relationship without knowing that he's willing to put himself into harm's way about this woman. Nobody got nothing? Nothing? It's because there is nothing. Look, Ann said there is nothing. So I'm not making fun of you. We are just acknowledging. We all must come to a place where we acknowledge it is a shame to not be married. It is a deeper shame to not be able to get married. You guys got to stop lying, running around here. Well, marriage ain't for everybody. Well, why are you all over social media talking about men's behavior? If you have no intentions on being locked down by a man, this conversation is none of your business.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Right? The truth of the matter is, you guys made those lies up. Because saying happily single and single by choice is better than saying, I'm one of the ones who wasn't able to get married. You know how we know? Or do you know why we know? Because we know that valuable women, of course there's some douche booties that have gotten married, right? But for the most part, men select women who are deemed valuable. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's take this to quality men. Quality men don't typically lock down women of low value. And when a good, decent man, valuable man locks you down, it signals to the world she's valuable. I would say this. This isn't coming down on you women who weren't able to get married. I would say this. Humble yourself right now. Humble yourself. Admit that you're fat as hell. Admit that you have 3 children by 3 different men. Admit that you're below average looking, and then start playing your deck of cards with that hand. Because guess what? You're going to get a guy who might have a lisp, right? You're going to get a guy who might work on the bus. But you'll have a guy. You'll have a guy. Do you know what's crazy? I love men. I admire men. It is so hard It is so hard to open your eyes and just look around and not have the utmost respect for men. It should be impossible. Men have found a way to cause a bridge to stretch across the ocean. Men build vehicles that get you to your destination 25 hours quicker than if you had to walk. Men are effing amazing. My point to that is this. I don't care if he drives the bus. I don't care if he mows the yard. Is that a man? Because if you can say yes, you have a effing modern day superhero on your hands. I think you guys just don't know what men are capable of. Damn what he's done. Do you know what a man is capable of? His ideas are going to be different than yours. His solutions are going to be different than yours. His vigor and his rigor is going to be different than yours. His sense of attack is going to be different than yours. He's valuable. He's going to be more compassionate than you. He's going to love you more than you love men. Men right now love women way more than women love men. We treat you way better. Listen, we take you when you have other men's kids, even though we despise that. It's because we didn't change up. Not too much. We didn't change up too tough. You know how I know that men didn't change up too tough? Most definitely said God first. No, most definitely. You know how we know that men didn't change up too tough? Because we still trick off on you. Huh? We still treat you with the highest levels of chivalry when we take you out. We're pulling chairs out. We're pulling your coat off and scooting the chair up under you. We're paying for the meals. Men still have our original traditional programming intact. Right? Let's go.
Not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value, yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am. This one I want you guys to understand, especially in the black community. You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair. But listen.
I'm listening.
But the issue.
She don't want to listen. She doesn't want to accept she's not a fucking supermodel. We got to have a conversation. We got to find out how come you guys don't know what you look like. We know a portion of it. We know a significant portion of it is tied to your ability to put makeup and hair on and things like that, show body parts, and get the attention that can only be rivaled by movie stars. I will give women that. Women have the power and the attention that we've only seen in movie stars. I'm talking about an unattractive woman. Has the same amount of power and attraction as a D or C list entertainer. A known underground artist. Actor or actress that has been on some movies but nothing big. Well, something big, but not often. And that goes to their head in a crazy way. It goes to their head in a crazy way. And you guys often don't rebound from it. You stay stuck with that poisonous thinking throughout the tenure of your life, which is where the late, great Kevin Samuels starts telling you die alone. But let's go.
So I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm going to be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
But Kevin, I talk to pretty good high value. I go on dates with high.
Do you guys see how
they will go.
You guys see how she refuses, despite the irrecontrovertible evidence. Yeah, no doubt about it. Despite the irrefutable evidence. And what I mean when I say that, she's been living decades without getting that guy. She still refuses to believe it. She still refuses to believe it.
On dates with you, they will talk to you, they'll have sex with you.
We talk about marriage.
I want you to understand this is what the issue is, because I've talked about this for a year and a half, because men will deal with you. What man of value, who is a high value man recognized by other men of value, what man that fits in that category is seriously vetting you to be a wife today?
I'm talking to someone now. I'm been dating.
She's even willing to reduce herself to lying to herself. She's even willing to lie to herself. And this is the epidemic that is plaguing American women. You don't know your value, but I'm about to change your life. Listen, somebody give us a $10 cash app or super chat, and I'm going to change somebody's life. I am going to let you know how you can go and at a 80% rate, reduce the chances of you getting played by the next guys who try to talk to you. Somebody set the show off. Somebody set the show off and give us a $10 super cash app. Let's go. I'm going to change somebody's life. Salute, John. We're going to keep on going with the show. We're going to keep going with the show. Somebody hit us off with the $10 cash app, and I'm going to change several lives. And here we go, right here. Shout out to my guy over here setting this joint off. AJ in the building. My brother said they think because they can get taken down, pound town, they can get married by the same caliber of guys. I'm just curious as to what has to happen and how many years has to pass for you to stop thinking that. Huh? Shout out to my guy AJ over here hitting us off. Ladies, you guys have been doing this for decades. From the time girls are in high school, they come up with what has been referred to as a hunk. Their definition of a hunk, a dreamboat in their heads. This is what they do. They even have his nose configured down to the very precise way that they like someone's nose. They know what type of hair. As they're in school, in elementary school, and things like that, women come up with their own version of the hunk that they would love. And they carry that version out throughout their life, right? And you're willing to do anything to get it. But you never get it. Ladies, if you want to avoid the very things that have kept you single for years, here's the information that will change your life. It doesn't require significant change. It doesn't require anything healthy. You can go home right now and do it right now. This will change your life. If you start promising yourself that you will not embark upon any serious situation until you do this, I swear right now, you will see the dramatic difference. For those of you ladies who want to reduce the odds of getting a bullshit man by about 60 to 70%, shut your damn mouth. What you think about this man ain't shit. This man who has been blowing up your phone, this man who has taken you out to eat a couple of times, none of that is any of your business. You introduced that man to your dad. You introduced that man to your uncle. You introduced that man to your brother. And you make a point in your head that you will not let this relationship go any further until your uncle or whoever it is has hung out with this guy a few times and comes back and tells you what they think. Do you have any clue how difficult it will be for that man to not be who your dad thinks he is? See, because here's what keeps you guys from being able to adequately assess a man's value and character. King Kai! Especially if this has already taken place. Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang. If you have already let that man smash, there's a connection there. He can tell you anything from now on. Ladies, you have to get drop dead serious about not proceeding. You weren't supposed to be picking your own men. It destroyed all of you. It destroyed all of you. You're not supposed to be picking your own men because of what we can do to you, how we can say it to you. Yay, sweetheart. How's your night going? No, I just seen your profile and I wouldn't even felt right if I hadn't stopped and said hello to you. We'll change our voice about the almighty Poontang. Bang, 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 daddy, bang. We will. The same level of vigor and rigor and determination that is required for us to build the Golden Gate Bridge, for us to build the Hudson Dam. We'll do it. We will do what we need to get what we want. And the only thing that we need to know is that we want it. That's all we need to know. But guess who we can't fool? Your dad. Your brother. He shouldn't meet them one time. You should start, whoever it is, and it needs to be someone who has no romantic interest in you at all. That ruins the whole thing. If it's someone who has a romantic interest in you, don't do it. It has to be somebody, your father, your brother, someone who wants to see the absolute best outcome for your life. Yeah, we out of here, Instagram. The viewership is too low. Those of you who want to keep on rocking with us, come on over here to YouTube. You ladies should have never been picking your own men. You know, who better to pick your man than somebody who you know for a fact wants to see the absolute best out of your life? Who? Because you can't do it. Your emotions cause you to pick men who your girlfriends have already said, girl, because I know he whipped Charlatina's ass. I think he gave her a black eye, girl. I mean, it was 3 years ago, but they say he grabbed his other girl by the throat. Yeah, but he won't do me like that. I can make him change. Yeah, you sure can.
Don't you never talk to me like that again. You hear me? Huh?
You guys should have never been picking your own husbands. You were never supposed to be picking your own husbands. I want to give you guys 10 devastating ways that your dating value can sabotage your dating life if you overvalue yourself too much. For one, your standards will become disconnected from your options. You start requiring qualities from men that the men actually pursuing you realistically don't possess. Your expectations are now based on how highly you rate yourself rather than what your actual realistic dating value is and what the results have shown you. You'll start rejecting men. I'm giving you guys a list. What the hell just happened? I don't know how that happened. I'm giving you guys a list of how destructive, of how much destruction overvaluing yourselves can bring into your life. You'll reject men who could have been great matches for you. A compatible, stable, attractive man can look beneath you because you're comparing him to the dream boat that you've concocted in your head. You can literally reject your ideal long-term mate while waiting on someone you don't even qualify for and have never gotten. You guys have never gotten these caliber of men. You've never gotten them. Look at the father of your children. When you overvalue yourselves too long and too much, attention gets confused with relationship interest. A highly desirable man sleeping with you, flirting with you, or dating you casually does not mean he would choose you for a commitment, because he hasn't. Access to a man and qualifying for commitment from that man are two different things. When you overvalue yourself, your exceptions become your new standard. Getting occasional attention from extremely desirable men can convince you this is my level. No, it's not. But because you think that, you'll then start rejecting men who would seriously commit to you because they don't resemble the exceptional men who only offered you temporary attention. Because you know you were able to get a handsome or a quality man to lay with you, that has become your dating value in your head. But you shouldn't look at that like that's your dating value. How you establish your dating value is the caliber of man who's down to lock you down long term. That's why marriage is so important. It is a visual. Okay. Those of you who are on Instagram, TikTok, and it went dead, it's coming back up now. So you can also, due to overvaluing yourself, you can also lose years of your life searching for something that never materializes. 5, 10 years can disappear while you're rejecting realistic candidates and matches and waiting for Mr. Perfect. 5, 10 years. You let 5, 10 years go by of you acting like you were too good for the guys who were trying to holler at you. But then even after 5 or 10 years went by, those guys who were hollering at you 5, 10 years ago, you haven't gotten anything better than them. You haven't gotten anything better than them. They probably kicked us off of TikTok. Let me see. I'm going to see. No, they didn't. My bad, TikTok. My bad. Shout out to my girl Summer in the building, rocking out with us. My day one. Look, my girl said, shout out to my dad and my 6 brothers. You guys can't do it by yourself. That has already been proven. It has already been proven. If we were to do a nationwide analysis of the women who got married, but their father or something like that picked the man for them versus the women who picked their own man, I guarantee you would see 2 significantly different lives. Guarantee it. The women who their father picked the marriage for them, they're likely will be married longer than you because there's components come to it. Men respect fathers. And we even think about that before we do you bad. Like, nah, I know I don't want Mr. Smith looking, Mr. Bryant looking at me like I'm a piece of shit. If he hear about me cheating and da-da-da. Your dad becomes an asset. Your family becomes an asset in the relationship if your family was involved in the selection process for your relationship. If your family was involved in your dating experience, then your family will play a role when it comes time for that man to debate whether or not he should do you however wrong he was about to do you. Let's say when it comes time for him to put his hands on you, he's going to think about those 6 brothers. Believe it. He's going to think about that dad. See, women whose father or some man figure that they love participated in their relationship, they have somebody there, like to serve as a gatekeeper for that relationship in so many words. He may be the person you guys call when you were at odds with each other. Women who had their family involved in their marriage before they got married, they have a team. You don't. They have a people who can assist them, who can serve as referees when there's something going on in the relationship. There's just so many perks to it. Versus you guys, girl, he fine. Now you're in the bed getting your booty stretched. Hey, listen, TikTok, I need you guys to do this right away because they're about to hit me for what I said, I'm pretty sure. Drop 100s, LOLs, and fruits in the comments really quick. I need you guys to do that right away. Drop 100s, LOLs, and fruits of any nature. I appreciate the love. I appreciate it. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Shout out to my girl, Sweet. Sweets had to drop the eggplant down here. Listen, you guys can't do this. You'll let 5 or 10 years disappear while you're rejecting realistically good candidates just so you can keep pursuing Mr. Perfect, Those years can't be recovered. And the dating market continues moving while you're searching. Right? Listen, another way that overvaluing your dating value can do significant damage in your life. The journey itself of trying to find that perfect man can lower your future options. Because while you're spending years searching for the man that you believe you deserve, life is still happening. Life is still happening, people. Right? And you're not beating life while it's happening. You're not beating life while it's happening. Life is still happening while you're throwing your own personal monkey wrench inside the gears of life. Yeah, but I want him though. You guys aren't really supposed to be picking who you desire to a certain extent. You're supposed to be picking who's best for you. That's how you end up with longevity in your relationship. The journey itself can lower your future options because you're spending years searching for the man that you believe you deserve, and life is still happening. The clock is still ticking. Now, because you were searching for Mr. Right for so long, now throughout the course of all of that time, now you may have 1 or 2 children, right? Along that journey of years of looking for Mr. Right, now your body count is nuts. Right? You may have went through some painful situationships. You may have become more guarded and accumulated more baggage, right? More emotional damage. Things that will make your future relationship more difficult. Meanwhile, you're also getting older. So you can eventually arrive back on the dating market older, with children, more emotionally guarded, and with fewer options. And men who you interact with, they will see that you've been through something on the dating highway. Right? So you'll have fewer options while still expecting the same caliber of men you believed you qualified for years earlier. That's the danger. The search itself for this amazing man can leave you in a more difficult dating position than when you started. You're older now. Your boobs resemble the boobs like the African women on the National Geographic show. Several components have come into play and made dating more difficult for you now. You're 60 years old. Mike G. Come on up here, Bree. You know Bree always has something lunacidal to say. She said, notice how the majority of women not listening to anything they say. Well, why is there a significantly heavier surge of women with podcasts who share our beliefs? Huh? Why, Bree? Tell me why. Yeah. Listen, did you guys know that Babyface wrote the overwhelming majority of Bobby Brown's biggest album? Shout out to Babyface. I went to a Babyface concert and he was saying some of that stuff. I couldn't believe it. That man is truly genius. Let alone all of the hits that we know that Babyface wrote. You guys see how I can change to a completely different topic on a bipolar level? Shout out to my girl Mecca Don over here supporting the show. She said, and who's best for you has nothing to do with... Yes. I'm telling you guys, I really wish we could measure how much damage women picking their own significant other for themselves did to them. I know it would. The numbers would be nuts. That is the danger. That searching for the guy you want too long can pose in your life. Your actual best match may have already walked past you. The man you dismissed years ago because you thought that you could do better may have actually been your ideal dream husband. Now, by the time you realize it, because you went several years still searching for that amazing guy that you're attracted to, now that guy, now that you've gotten older and you see that you can't get a certain type of man, now you think about, well, Gary did try to holler at me back then. You don't get your ass on somewhere.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
No. The man you dismissed years ago, the men you dismissed years ago, let's talk about the ones of them that are married now. Right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the ones who may be married now. You got years of situationships, rejections, disappointment. Right? You can't play with that clock, ladies. You can't play with that clock because for the times that you've told a decent man you don't feel like being in a relationship right now, but we know what you were doing. You were really trying to see if you could get something better. And that clock kept on moving. That clock kept on moving. The repeated failure of abusing that clock, the whole journey that you were out there dating around, you've gotten some bad experiences attached to you. No doubt about it. Years of situationships, rejection, disappointment, emotionally unavailable partners. What is this thing doing? Emotionally unavailable partners. All of this can make you increasingly cynical. And eventually, the next good man may have to deal with the damage created by the men that you were fooling around with when Gary wasn't good enough for you. You may even eventually want the same men that you previously rejected, people. The men who you considered average years earlier. Right? Those men, they didn't remain frozen in time waiting on you. Men can improve themselves, marry, enter relationships, and develop standards of their own. Now, you don't have anyone to boomerang back around to. You thought you had several people that you could boomerang back around to. Even the friend zone isn't 100% safe for you guys. Those of you who have several men in the friend zone, that's not even safe. Because men have gotten hip with their passports now. Not only that, men are dating outside of their races. My girl said, if I would have married the first father of my child, I would still be with him, I believe. No one wants to be able to live with saying something like that. Crazy work. Tell me they didn't block Bree. I'm going to get Bree up here. Bree going to give us some intellectual conversation one of these days. Where Bree at? I think I just saw her. Yeah, they done knocked Bree off. We desire for Bree to start thinking better. Hey, if you guys blocked Bree, I unblocked her like the other day. So she said, yes, we would be married 39 years. Oh, you know you're not getting away with that bull crap, girl. Dang, this thing is still stuck on. Why is this doing this? People, where are my Cash App people? We have gotten like crazy on the Cash App level. Crazy work. If you rock with the show and you support the show, show us. You're part of our clan over here. Shout out to Reppin' down there rocking out with us. Okay, she said we would have been married for 30 years. It's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Listen, the most expensive consequence, though, of overvaluing yourselves, thinking that you're finer than what you really are, the most expensive consequence is the loss of time, people. If your assessment of your dating value is significantly inflated, you're making major relationship decisions using inaccurate and erroneous information. It would be like swearing to God to yourself that you have $3,000-$4,000 in your pocket and going to the grocery store based on that. You don't even have no money. That's what you guys are doing. You're showing up to the meeting without any leverage. The longer it takes you to recognize the mismatch between who you want. Bootsy in the building rocking out with us. Something for the tip jar. I appreciate the love. Reppin' said, Stacey Prince has the best shorts on the internet. Shout out to my people. I appreciate the love, Reppin'. It's only going to get better, brother. It's only going to get better. My girl said, I'll recap at work. My girl. My girl said women pass their husbands by all the time. Listen, and that is a regular occurrence. It's a regular occurrence. That's crazy. It's like you guys have razor blades and you walk around every other day and just get bored like, you know what? The hell? This is the degree of damage you're doing to yourselves. It's significant. Hey, if any of the moderators have the what's the name, unblock Bree. Listen, the longer it takes you guys to recognize the mismatch between who you want and who consistently wants to holler at you or give you their time, the more opportunities disappear. The longer it takes you to recognize the mismatch between who you want and who consistently makes themselves available for you, the more opportunities can disappear. The central point of what I'm telling you people is this. Dating above your means doesn't just cost you dates, it can cost you years. And while you're searching for someone who doesn't want you, someone who's out of your league dating-wise, the person who would have wanted you isn't necessarily going to wait. Might not even still be alive by the time you get your head together. might be married by the time you get yourself together, might have moved to Asia by the time you get your head together. And it forces our numbers of chronically single women to increase and ever inflate. That's simply what it is.
Supposed to settle for a.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, man, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Because you'd be lucky to get an average man. He would be settling for you. He would be settling for you to have to deal with you, 2 children from somebody else. Yes, man, that's why. Because
say something.
You asked, let me finish. He'd be settling for you because Because
I got 2 children?
Amongst other things, yes.
Your 2 children. Let's do it like this because I'm not going to stress myself out. I want the ladies on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think men are against and prefer not to date women with children? 10 mean they're completely against it. I need the women to give us your thoughts so I can proceed with the show. On a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable do you think men are dating women who have children? I just want to see. My girl said, listen. Both my girls said 10. Huh? Miss Monica said 8/10. 8 out of 10. I want to see what people say. And then I'm going to proceed with the show. Okay. The reason I said that is because of this.
Something.
You asked, let me finish. He'd be settling for you because
Because I got 2 children?
She doesn't even know how heavy the weight of her having 2 children is. Turbulence, people. She said, why? Because I got 2 children? Yeah. Summer said their preference is no baggage, but if they are well behaved, they might consider. I agree. Listen, you know who I know for a fact can get men to marry them even though they have children? Soft, feminine, respectful, fit women. They can still score even though they have children. They can still score. They've been doing it. They've been the ones snatching all of your men up this whole time. This whole time, the men who you wanted to be in long-term relationships with and things of that nature, you haven't seen them in years. I guarantee you they went and found them some peace, some genuine peace. I'm not talking about how black women say, oh, to protect my peace. And I'm talking about some real peace. Babe, you look so amazing in that shirt today. And you smell so good. Some real peace. Some real peace. I tell Sweets can score. I believe Sweets has a special needs child. Sweets can still score. She's too damn nice. Her voice is sweet. She's freaking beautiful. Body's in shape. Sweets can still score. Because she has something naturally that a lot of you guys would have to take courses or things like that, therapy. See, I tell you guys this, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. I've actually never said this. Sweets is actually special. There are certain women that I classify as special. You know what a special woman is in my definition? A special woman, she doesn't even know how to be belligerent. I mean, probably she's human, so probably sometimes there's road rage or something she can get. Oh my gosh, you saw me right here, and keep driving. But I'm talking about a woman who doesn't have to learn how to be nice. A woman who, when she talks to you, you could feel the effects of her voice in your energy. She doesn't even know how she does it herself. She doesn't know how she does it. Because she's special. The things that you desire, the attributes you desire to possess so that you can do better with men, there are special women who that shit is effortless to them. They don't know how to be another way. I believe Sweets knows how to be a freak. Sweets is a black woman, so she probably knows how to stand up for herself. But all we ask from you guys is the light switch. Some of you only know how to have that black girl energy. We wouldn't even trip. As much as you guys hear us complain about the black girl energy, we wouldn't even trip on it so much if you knew how to turn the light switch off and on. Don't nobody want that damn 24 hours out of a day. We don't want that 24 hours out of a day. What about the soft woman? What about the feminine woman? We want some of that too. Men are more understanding than you are. You know how I know? Because we don't require you to give us 100% like you try to require from us. Listen, a woman like Sweets can be overweight by about 20 pounds, and men will say, shit, the way that girl voice make me feel, you know what. Shit. She knew it. There she goes.
Good evening.
Tell me how your night is going, love.
My night has been wonderful, sir.
Okay. How's the family doing?
Family's hanging in there.
Oh, yeah.
We're hanging. Yes.
What's the plans for this week?
My baby boy's in the 7th grade.
Okay.
Yes. And so I'm a little nervous, but I'm dealing. I'm dealing with it.
You been drinking?
Hi, Summer.
You had your drink tonight?
I had a little bit. You know, I gotta have something to put me to sleep.
Listen, let me ask you something, Sweet.
Yes.
I know damn well y'all heard that. Listen, I always tell you guys, listen, ladies should be locked in on this show. Women should be like glued in on this show. The jewels that you get that men don't just go out of their way to tell you, it's almost like I'm committing treason. But did you guys hear how she said yes? Do you guys know how many times on this show I have taught you ladies how powerful that is? When we hear someone put an S at the end of yes, it feels like a form of submission. It feels like a form of cooperation, right? It feels like a form of femininity. I have told you ladies several times over, learn how to do that. Even to do that. Tell a man, yes, I dare you try that. I dare you try it. It just feels good. It is assurance that you're talking to a civilized feminine woman. Now, Sweets, my question to you is this. Do you think that women really don't know how to accurately value their looks? Or do you think they're just BSing?
I think they're BSing.
So you
we
believe
know.
those huge overweight women really know that they're huge and overweight?
Yes. Of course. We can look in the mirror.
Oh, you see, and it's crazy that Sweets just had to say this because she said we can look in the mirror. But men don't think you guys can. We think you guys have different mirrors than we have just based on what we see. We think that you guys have different mirrors than we have. You guys are 300 pounds walking around talking about I'm a bad bee.
Yeah.
And see, I'm going to say this to you too, Sweets. Huh?
Yes.
Listen, I'm going to say this to you too, Sweets. Now check this out. Here's a part that's crushing you guys. Let's say that Sweets is right. And these women do know that she's not a diamond. She knows she's pretty big. Sweets, with you guys running around saying that out loud, not only are you big, basic looking, and probably a 4 or 5, not only that, now I'm offended by your mental capacity. I see you. I know what you look like to me.
Yes.
But yet I'm seeing all of your videos talking about you and Beyonce could be twins. You look like you just got done changing a transmission. Sweets, I'm telling you. Sweets, I'm telling you, this is the closest correlation that we have. You guys do this to us, for real. It's all over social media. You guys look like you're fresh off of working on cars and changing engines. Sometimes we've seen some of you got mud under your fingernails. Talking about, I won't settle.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
So, Sweets, do you see how we could lose respect for women as a whole? Sweets don't deserve for people to lose respect for her. Summer don't deserve for people to lose respect for her. But what we see, it just makes us lump all of you in together like, no, they effed up in the head. Like, it forces us to categorize most women. Like, man, is y'all crazy?
Right.
You say what, Sweets?
Right. Right. Summer's right. They.
Summer said they.
No, my sister was almost 300 pounds. She looked in the mirror. She didn't like it.
I love that.
So
I love that.
And she did something to lose the weight. She's almost my size now.
I love that. Listen.
Yes.
Sweet, check this out. We also have to view you guys as liars, Sweet. Because of all of the deception. You know you big. Talking about it, somebody like it. Where the hell is he at?
Right.
You've been single for 15 years. Where's this nigga at? You want me to call him 3-way for you?
Yes.
Talking about somebody like it.
Yes.
Apparently they don't.
They say they out there. You know, they got the chubby chasers. They out there.
Hey.
They are out there.
Listen.
They are out there.
I'm telling you guys right now. You won't even say nice things to us. You won't compliment us. You have nothing good to say about men. Sweet, do you think that makes us feel good?
It does. You do look handsome tonight, I must say.
Nah, I appreciate it, love. This is what I'm saying. You guys don't. Oh, I love that new car you bought. You guys, listen, check this out. So there's a girl that I was dealing with. And when I was dealing with her, I had a Chevy Malibu. I didn't care because where I'm from, I'm just shit, whatever I'm driving, right? It didn't matter to me. I had a Chevy, I sold my cars. I think I had a Jaguar, a Corvette, and something else. I sold all of that stuff, moved to California. Then I started dealing with somebody, and she did. I can say I got some love for her, but she was the closest thing that I've ever experienced to. You guys know the type of women that I'll deal with. She was the closest thing to one that I wouldn't deal with. She kind of had a little mouth, but she was sweet and she cared about me, right? But she couldn't give a person a compliment. She felt like it was putting herself down. She would love on me and things like that, but she was the type, I believe, to where it feels like if she acknowledges some progress that you're making, she view it as taking credit from herself. When me and her started dating, I had a Chevy Malibu. And we disappeared out of each other's lives for a minute. We do that. We disappear out of each other's lives. The next time she pulled up on me, I had a Mercedes S550, right? This is one of their flagship vehicles. You know what this woman said when she got in that car for them? We met up at the beach. This woman got in my car and said, "What made you get this one? You should. They got those new ones coming out. You should have got that new one." She couldn't say it was attractive. She couldn't say anything, right? And this is what I'm telling you guys. All that you want from us, you can't. It's here, but you can't get it because you don't think that you have to do anything to get it. You can't get a paycheck because you think that you can lay on your couch all week and get paid on the same day that Sweets gets paid. That's what you think. That's what you think. But how has that type of thinking been working? You guys want so much from men, but you don't even want to. You don't even want to compliment us. You don't want to. You don't want to over celebrate us because we might get too big head then. You think that gains you favor with us, that you won't treat us like decent human beings? You think that gets you in a better place with us, that you never, what's it called, over celebrate our birthdays, that you never let us know when we look handsome, that you never let us know, babe, no, hey, listen, that haircut, matter of fact, I have nothing to say. Drop those pants. You guys don't think that you have to show us that we're valuable. And I don't know if society has lied to you guys, but did you know that men love compliments just as much as you do? Did you know that men love gifts too? We do. You think that you're the only one who loves gifts, Sweet? Sweets, you think you're the only one who loves compliments?
Oh no, I give my baby compliments all the time. He looks so good in shorts to me. I just want to jump.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about even mention the small things, man. Because listen, Sweets,
His legs look so good. Yes, sir.
we never stopped. There are some men who wasn't raised by a father. They don't know how to adequately treat a woman, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, in general speaking, men never stop treating women amazing. There are some men who treat women bad, but I'm talking about overall, the big total. Men still believe that we're supposed to pay for the dinners. Men still believe that.
He does.
Yes, see what I'm saying? Men still believe that we're supposed to defend you. We haven't lost our original programming. We still, even those of us who don't do it, we still know that we're supposed to, and we didn't completely ban them. Women, most women, completely abandoned their assignments.
Oh, no.
I don't need no man. You lying? She's hurt. That's all.
I do.
Happily single. All that goofball stuff. How you happily single? Maybe you were able to be single without just passing out, but you have to admit, your life would be better with a decent man than it would be if you were single.
Yes, my life has been so much better with him in it.
It's crazy. The whole notion of it is crazy.
He's everything. He's everything.
Look, my girl said hers is everything. You want me to pause the camera? My girl said her dude is everything. Some of y'all scared to say. Some of y'all scared to say that. For if you ain't got a duck, some of y'all scared to say that for fear that I might get too big of a head. I'll give him too much. But listen, I want to say this. You scared to give us these compliments that make us feel good because you fear our head might get too swole. But guess what? There's races of women who they get off on telling us how amazing we are. They're all over social media talking about how amazing black men are. Right?
Oh,
so
amazing.
Listen, so Sweets, check this out. So if we're dealing with women who don't really compliment us or give us gifts or say sweet things to us, but then we bump up on another race of women who love doing things that make us feel good. Sweets, who do you think we're going to leave with? It's going to be a no-brainer.
Yep.
Watch, let me say it correctly. Stay with the person who puts or continue to see where it's going to go with the person who puts minimal effort into making me feel good, or go with the girl who start being open to dating the girl who she just says sweet things all the time. Her energy is just positive. It's going to be a no-brainer. And that's how you guys are losing black men. That's how you're losing your man. You got any questions, anything, Sweets?
No, sir, I'm good.
I appreciate you coming up, rocking out with me, sweetie.
Yes.
I'll talk to you in a minute. Universal says scared of love. Like, my girl Mecca said it's really simple. Women got lost in the sauce and started thinking they were the prize. Been out here running amok ever since. And you know, my thing is this. What has me bamboozled is how many years and decades you guys have been running amok and still haven't figured this thing out. Well, my daughter or my son is 16 now, and you know, he likes staying over his dad's house a lot of stuff. So that, you know, that kind of increases my dating value back up there a little bit. You guys never think, but I probably shouldn't let another man get me pregnant. What we're witnessing you guys do, we don't understand in the most minuscule aspects. We don't know what to say. The things that we see you guys do make us say, why would a person do that to themselves? For real.
Amongst other things, yes.
I mean, I'm a good person to get along with. So
That may be, ma'am. That may be. You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfectly lovely people who are childless and more physically appealing.
that's fine. Like, I mean,
So that means, ma'am, by definition.
Look at the ego. That's fine if a nigga don't want me. Look at the ego. But guess what? Why is that like that? Hell is that? Why can't I find that? I've looked for it another time. Let me see something real quick. Let's see if I can retrieve this because I've been wanting to. Oh, that's not it. Okay. want that. Give me this. Clips. Okay, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I'm not going to be able to find it, so. Well, what I was going to say anyway was, while you guys are behaving like that, there's other women who will say, don't leave, Gary. Please don't leave me. Let me see. And yet you're talking about, oh, well. And listen, I want to say something else to the ladies. Did you know you weren't really supposed to let a man go, even if he threatens to leave? Do you know you're supposed to say, hold on, babe, listen, we got to talk about this. You're not supposed to be so eager to get back out there on those streets, because once he does, never mind. You know what? It's like sometimes it pisses me off that I even have to explain this stuff. If you and him don't work out, you're going back out there to those streets at a lower value than you were when you met him. You're going to have kids. Poontang has been somebody's private poke hole for the last 3 years. Said, in every race there is good and bad. What's that mean? Shout out to Denise rocking out with us. She said these young women got a long way to go. I agree. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to reach the destination. Yeah, Jasper said we got to teach our kids better. That's a fact. That we got to be on that like nothing else, man. Listen, people, I need 7 thumbs up on YouTube to get us past the 100 likes mark. Let's go, let's go. Hit that thumbs up button, YouTube. Listen, Universal said, you can't nurture a man or massage him or ease his stress from daily routes, then why is she there? We know why we're here. We're supposed to protect and provide those things. If you're not doing those helpmate things, listen, people, where's my show supporters at? We're doing poorly over here, people. Where my Cash App? Where's the Cash App? Is the real Stacy Prince on YouTube, or I'm sorry, on Cash App and PayPal. OKC is definitely in the building. Said they gonna hate you and love you at the same time. Yeah, that's what this whole journey has been. Isabella said, I don't want a man who doesn't want me. When someone threatens to leave, it doesn't always mean that they don't want you. It means that they believe that there are... When someone is talking about leave you, it doesn't have to mean that they don't want to be with you anymore. Sometimes it simply means that there's some things about you that apparently you're not going to fix. So sometimes a man will throw it, listen, I can't take it anymore and blah, blah, blah. And maybe you should say, hold on, babe, let's talk about this. And that's the thing that he was wanting to hear, to see if it could be worked out, to see if you were willing to bend that thing that you do that brings trouble to the relationship. See, because men are always willing to bend. We always do it. Listen, the truth of the matter is, hell, let's go. Turbulence, people. The truth of the matter is, men were created to be used. That's our damn occupation. We get used by everybody. We get used by women who pretend to love us, but really secretly had an agenda. And society tells us to get over that and get back on the horse. When it cries and it mourns when these things happen to women. Right? Here's the crazy part. Turbulence, people. We've gotten okay with our role of being used. We've gotten okay with it. We know what it is. If we're not here to be used, what the hell do you call being required to give your life for somebody you just met 5 years ago? Men have the ability to put themselves last. Women don't. Women don't. Sweet said, I don't ever want my man to feel used. You know, it's just what it is with us. We've come to understand it. You want our money. You want us to. You want our resources. You want us to do the things that you ask us to do, like in a timely manner. You want our time. You want men don't even ask for all of those things for you. We don't care about your money, right? We're not talking about smothering you. We're simple. When we say we want to be in a relationship, once we get in a relationship, we're cool with that. Okay, purpose is served. We don't ask you guys to buy us things. We don't ask you to buy us anything because we believe that we're supposed to be used. And that's why it went too far with some men. Some men are getting abused.
See, that's the thing. The kind of men you ladies talk about you want, they are rare. They are for every man that falls into your category, there are thousands of women that want him. He can only have one wife. That's why.
You telling he gonna have a lot of wives. I mean,
No. He gonna have a lot. He gonna cheat a lot, but he ain't gonna have one wife. He can only marry one person. It's called bigotry. All right, that's enough. That's enough. No, that's enough. You can only have one wife. No. That's all. You can only have one wife. Nope. You sat there and why didn't you marry your baby daddy? This is
We grew apart.
Jesus, don't say it. You grew.
Shout out to my girl Erica.
Ooh, softball. You grew apart. Was that before or after the second child?
The second child, we was getting into arguments and stuff. So
So, and how long were y'all together?
Sweet said, I hope my man doesn't feel that way. She's talking about when I said men know we are here to be used. She said, if so, I'm willing to do whatever to fix that and keep him from feeling like that. Well, it's in our DNA. We know it's literally what happens to us. Men get used. Women use men, right? The world uses men. The world uses us until our dying day. Well, sweets, you don't need to do nothing because if you're already providing peace to that man's life, that's the compensation for the times that he has to be used for you. See, the bad thing is we get used, and never receive any type of appreciation for it. Never receive any thank yous, none of that stuff. That's when it doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. Listen, men are called upon to be used all the way to the extent to where society believes men are supposed to go risk the only life that they have for women who they don't know if we see them being accosted out in society. Have you ever noticed? Listen, I'm going to say this again. If you disagree that men get used even by society, you have to acknowledge that only men, listen, men are expected by society to go risk the only life that they have for a woman that they don't even know if we see someone accosting that woman out in public. But guess what? Society doesn't expect that from women. Right? Society does not expect women to rush to the aid of men who are being accosted in society. Right? Society doesn't expect women to be paying for men's dates, their dinners. Society doesn't expect for women to be willing to jump in front of a rabid dog if it's approaching so the man doesn't get bit. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about those simple things? It lets you know we're here to get used. And I think where men should get respect is their willingness to be used to make your lives easier and happier. It's the only thing that we're here to do is be used. First, worship the Lord our God Jehovah, but after that, we get used. Listen, I tell you what, look at the men that you know. People require things from them. They require things from them. Listen, a woman can have a baby with a man and decide if that baby gets to live. Man has no say so. A woman can decide that she doesn't want to be as generous in letting this man see his children and then put him on child support. The woman gets paid in pretty much every aspect of it. And it's all up to the woman. Men are here to be used. It's what we get. We get used. He said dating got so lame nowadays. Jeez. That's real. I agree. Man right here said, listen, talk that talk. It's not about using men. It's about being appreciative for using men. You guys, listen, you guys can have convinced men to lock you down when you have children, knowing that men don't want to deal with women who have children. And even though he does it anyway, you guys have never taken that man out to eat after raising your kids and said, I just want to let you know how much you mean to me for coming into my life and my children's life, the way you have been a father to them. You guys don't even do that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did she just say, why am I comparing men and women? People, this is what I told you guys at the beginning of the show. Sometimes you baffle us and it forces us to be like, man, what the hell is wrong with them as a collective? That might be the most important comparison on earth. Men and women, it tells us who we are, what we're supposed to do. We can match our biologies when comparing ourselves to each other and find out more how each of us is supposed to act once we compare. Once we compare women's strength to men's strength, then from there we can assess that if men are that much stronger than women, we're probably supposed to protect women and children. I'm not going to get too deep into that. Like, see, you guys got to be careful before asking these questions and saying things because it makes men think crazy things, I'm telling you. Shout out to Jasper. Turbulence, people. Women are our property because men will not die for something that they know does not belong to them. There's nothing that you can do to keep men from logically viewing you as our property. And I'd like to wager the best marriages are where women are truly happy. I guarantee that man views her and treats her like he's her property. She's his property, and she loves every minute of it. Because look how we treat our valuable commodities. Have you ever thought about that? But see, you guys got, I don't belong to nobody. I ain't no property. Okay. All right, people, you guys know what it is. We are up out of here. I appreciate you guys rocking out with us. You guys know what it is. If we do not hit our $50 a night show goal, that's when we end the show at 2 hours. We are at the 2 hour mark. We're at the 2 hour and 17 minute mark. How was that? Yeah. Salute, Harry. Salute. I appreciate the love. Listen, people, those of you who have not joined the channel, it's $2.99 a month. You'll have access to close to 800 to 1,000 3 to 5 hour shows that you've never seen. For those of you who see any value in that, you know what it is. And those of you who have not hit the subscribe button, only 10% out of 50,000 of our subscribers have hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell. If you don't hit the notifications bell, you won't be alerted when we go live. And with that said, we are up out of chill. Dante.